I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen, you bitch. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my clique. I need a 30 for 30. I'm gonna end this motherfucker like we always do, showing love and shouting out. JoJo, who you shouting out, dog?
Oh man, I'm shouting out everybody that's doing virtual learning.
Okay.
Man, I got 5 kids that's doing it. Now I'm at work. My wife, she gets hit with it the hardest, but she tells me how the day going. And virtual learning, that's tough, man. And to be honest, I think it's tough because it's almost like they're trying to force people to send their kids to the school because they're not really getting the attention in virtual learning, especially when they got students in the class. It seems like they almost kind of really just teaching the class. But shout out to all the ones, man, that's still doing it, that keep their head down and keep pushing forward, man.
Okay. Okay. That's real shit right there now. Clay, who you shouting out, dog?
Man, I'm just shouting out everybody, man, that done lost loved ones during this crisis and, COVID and everything. You know what I'm saying? I know a couple of people that have been impacted about it, death-wise, financial-wise, all that. You know what I'm saying? Just let everybody know, just keep your head up, stay prayed up. We'll get through it.
We just passed 200,000 deaths. So that's some real shit right there, folks. Still not taking it seriously, man. Please wear a mask.
Yeah, be safe.
Stay the fuck at home if you can. T, who you shouting out, dog?
I'm gonna go another way. I want to shout out the women of sports media.
Oh, this some real shit. Go ahead, T.
Okay.
This is needed. Go ahead.
Just the other day, Maria Taylor got blasted on by some punk from punk ass radio dude from Chicago, talking about her way she dressed and all this stuff. And Maria Taylor is like one of the classiest in the business. Okay. And you sit, I trip on that because I'm like, okay, you see Rachel Nichols on TV with old Steven Jackson. And Steven Jackson has nothing but love for Rachel Nichols. He even told me, hey, Rachel is the reason why I'm on the jump. So we loving y'all's women and y'all, and we loving the white lady in sports media. We respect her. But then y'all can't give us the same reciprocity. And it's fucked up. But I want to shout out all the women in sports media, from Carrie Champion to Jemele Hill, Maria Taylor, Rachel Nichols. She's been holding it down for a long minute. Sage Steele, I'm kind of off and on with her. To be honest with you,
that's real shit.
I mean, I'm off and on with her. But I really respect what those women do and how they are above what, because they're in a very tough situation because it's a male dominated field, and they are trying to deliver to the people really good content. They're very thoughtful, very articulate, and those ladies just keep holding it down. And I even shout out. I wish I could remember her name on the NFL not prime time, but countdown. I think her name's Sam something. I can't remember her name, but I think she does. Sam Ponder. But I think that's it. And she does a really good job. I mean, there are a lot of women in the industry that do a really great job with everything. And you know me, I'm a fan of the WNBA. I love women's sports. I follow it. But I mean, in a time like this, man, where let's just be honest, the presidential candidate, the president that's in office right now, he says what he says about women. He's talked that talk and is given the license for some of these cats to say the stuff they say. And so for those women in that field to never be scared of it and to confront it. And then we just had somebody, cap on Maggie. I mean, that's totally different from what I'm talking about from sports media, but Maggie Wade, the situation she dealt with. And so it's just people just talking too damn much. Just shut the fuck up. If you ain't got nothing really good to say, just shut the fuck up. How about that? All right, let's keep this shit moving. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it moving. Respect what these people do. Respect their position, their occupation. Respect their professionalism. Keep this shit moving. You ain't got no right to say nothing. Just shut the fuck up. Just because you got a microphone don't give you a license to say something all the time.
Real shit. Real ass shit. And I'm going to piggyback off what my brother just said. I'm going to shout out Jemele Hill because ironically, I just watched her first Vlad TV interview. I got to go and watch the more recent one. But after I watched it, it gave me a new appreciation for her. Matter of fact, after I watched it, I hollered at one of my youngest, who y'all have started to take him under y'all wing as well. My youngin' Robert Anderson. He's been on the show before. I got to give him back on here with his crazy ass opinions. Y'all know he thinks Steph Curry the GOAT. I'm working on him to try to make him more well-rounded but he wants to be a sports journalist though. You know what I'm saying? And Jemele Hill is not only a black sports journalist, she is a black female sports journalist. And so just watching her interview and seeing how tough her path was, both of her parents being drug addicts and just rising through the ranks and shit like that. She had a few breaks in terms of and that's something I hope we can do around here in Mississippi. Guys like us, we well educated, you know what I'm saying, black men. She had a thing in her high school where she was able to connect with the notable paper up there in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some shit that I ain't heard of around here. Well, in high school, the kids can connect with the Clarion Ledger in Jackson, Mississippi. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So I watched her and I immediately hollered at my younger Robert and I hollered at Ray. And I'm trying to connect them because we all know Ray was a sports director.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to connect them and, you know what I'm saying, try to help him in sports journalism. But to T's point, there's been a black woman in sports media. That shit was hard for that woman. I went and watched another thing where she talking about how Skip Bayless sent her like a 2-page email talking about he made her and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like just real disrespectful. So shout out to Jemele Hill and all folks in this sports media that's out here trying to get it and not just trying to tell a bullshit story. Like she called hell for saying that Donald John Trump is a white supremacist, which anybody with some goddamn sense know that's the truth. And she called all kinds. She got death threats behind that shit. She had to hire security behind that shit. Like her life was on the line behind truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough, especially for anybody, but especially a black woman. So shout out to Jemele Hill and shout out to everybody that y'all brought up. And we appreciate y'all fucking with us as always. Love y'all. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, go ahead and like the page. We're going to keep on bringing you that real shit as always. One.
Yep.
Go.
Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.